The massive screen in Earth's Defense Command Center lit up with an unusual alert. Admiral James Walker stood from his chair, his eyes fixed on the blinking red dot that had just appeared beyond Pluto's orbit. After 30 years of service, this was the moment he had trained for. "Contact confirmed, sir," reported Lieutenant Tom Davis from his station. His fingers moved quickly across the holographic display. "The object's using an unknown propulsion system. It's unlike anything in our database." Admiral Walker nodded calmly. He had expected this day would come, though perhaps not so soon. "Activate the quantum detection grid. Full spectrum analysis." Around Earth, thousands of hidden satellites silently came to life. To the rest of the world, they appeared to be normal communication satellites or space debris. But these were humanity's first line of defense, a network of sensors so advanced that most of Earth's population didn't know they existed. "Sir, we're getting detailed scans now," Tom said, his voice steady despite the tension in the room. "It's a ship, about 300 meters long. Energy readings suggest advanced technology." Walker walked to the main display, where a 3D image of the alien vessel was forming. Its design was elegant but clearly built for war. Sharp angles and weapon ports were visible along its hull. "They're scanning us," another officer announced. "Standard electromagnetic suites. Nothing too advanced." Walker allowed himself a small smile. The aliens were using basic scanning technology, which meant they couldn't detect Earth's true defenses. This was exactly as they had hoped. The enemy was underestimating them. "Sir, they're transmitting data back to something." Tom paused, checking his readings. "There's a much larger fleet holding position about 2 light-years out. We're picking them up on the long-range quantum sensors." The room grew quiet. Everyone knew what this meant. This wasn't a random encounter. It was a scouting mission. On another screen, data began to appear as the alien ship categorized Earth. Class 3 developing civilization, limited space travel capabilities, internal combustion vehicles, primitive digital communications, military threat level, minimal. Walker pressed a button on his command console. "Get me the Defense Council. Priority 1. Within minutes, the secure underground chamber filled with holographic projections of Earth's top military leaders. General Roberts from North America, Marshal Lai from Asia Command, Colonel Garcia from South American Defense, and others. 12 projections in total. "Ladies and gentlemen," Walker began, "First Contact Protocol is now active. The Galactic Empire has found us." The holograms showed various reactions, but none showed surprise. They had all known this day would come. Humanity had been preparing for it since the first alien signals were detected 50 years ago. "Their scout ship is running standard scans," Walker continued. "They're seeing exactly what we want them to see. As far as they know, we're just another developing world, ripe for conquest." "How long until they make their move?" General Roberts asked. "Based on their current communications, I'd say we have about 2 weeks before their main fleet arrives. They're being cautious, but not too cautious. They don't see us as a threat." Marshal Lee's hologram nodded. "Then everything is proceeding as planned. The orbital defense platforms." "Still hidden," Walker confirmed. "All 200 of them. The quantum camouflage is holding perfectly. They can't see our lunar bases either, or the Mars colonies. As far as they know, we've barely reached our own moon." Colonel Garcia leaned forward in her projection. "And the Sol shield." "Ready to activate at a moment's notice," Walker assured them. "All power stations are at full capacity. We can have the planetary defense shield up in less than 30 seconds." The meeting continued for another hour as they reviewed contingency plans that had been decades in the making. Humanity had used the fear of alien invasion to its advantage, building its defenses in plain sight. Every UFO conspiracy, every mysterious satellite malfunction, every unexplained phenomenon had been carefully orchestrated to hide their true progress. As the holograms faded away, Walker turned back to the main screen. The alien scout ship was still there, methodically scanning Earth, completely unaware that they were the ones being studied. "Send word to all deep space outposts," he ordered. "Tell them to maintain radio silence. As far as our visitors are concerned, we're just a simple planet of 7 billion humans, barely able to reach our own moon." Tom nodded and sent the message through quantum channels the aliens couldn't detect. The game had begun, and humanity was already several moves ahead. 3 days after the scout ship's arrival, Earth received its first official message from the Galactic Empire. The transmission came during a regular UN session, interrupting all global communications simultaneously. A tall humanoid figure appeared on screens worldwide. Its skin was pale blue, and its eyes had a metallic shine. The being spoke in perfect English. "People of Earth, I am Ambassador Rex of the Galactic Empire. We come with an offer of friendship and advancement. Your world has been chosen to join our grand coalition of planets." In the Defense Command Center, Admiral Walker watched with Director Emma Stone of Earth's Scientific Division. They both knew what joining the Empire really meant. "They're moving their fleet into position," Tom reported from his station. "The quantum sensors are picking up over 300 ships now. They're trying to hide behind Jupiter's magnetic field, but our deep space arrays can see them clearly." Emma checked her tablet. "Their ships are exactly where we predicted they would gather. The Empire always follows the same pattern. Show up with overwhelming force, make peaceful offers, then demand submission." On the main screen, Ambassador Rex continued his speech. He talked about sharing technology, ending poverty, and bringing Earth into a golden age. But Walker noticed how the aliens' eyes seemed cold, calculating. "They're scanning us again," Tom announced. "This time they're using their full sensor suite. Still can't detect our quantum grid, though. Our stealth tech is holding." Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, the United Earth Defense Council gathered in their real forms, not as holograms this time. The underground facility was built to survive even the worst attacks, hidden so deep that the Empire's scans showed only normal ocean floor. "The Empire has assembled their largest fleet yet," General Roberts said, pointing to a 3D display of the solar system. "They think they're being subtle, but we can see every ship, every movement." Marshal Lai stood up. "Our lunar defense bases report all systems ready. The crews are eager but maintaining discipline." "What about Mars Command?" Colonel Garcia asked. "Silent and hidden," Walker replied. "Our colonies there are completely invisible to their scans. The quantum camouflage makes them look like empty desert." On screens around the room, they watched as more Imperial ships arrived. The Empire was putting on a show of force, but they didn't realize they were the ones being watched. Director Stone pulled up new data. Their ships use a standard plasma drive system. Good technology, but nothing compared to our zero-point engines. Their weapons are mainly laser-based. The Sol shield will have no problem stopping them. "And our own weapons?" Roberts asked. "Ready," Stone confirmed. "All orbital platforms are charged. The moon base's gravity cannons are primed. Mars' defense grid is operational. We can hit their entire fleet in under 10 seconds if needed." Above them, on Earth's surface, people watched Ambassador Rex's message with mixed reactions. Some were excited about meeting aliens. Others were scared. Most governments played along, acting surprised and overwhelmed by the Empire's arrival. But in secret bunkers and hidden bases around the world, Earth's real defense force stayed ready. Soldiers trained on advanced weapons that officially didn't exist. Scientists monitored quantum readings from ships that were supposedly impossible to build. "Look at this," Tom called out suddenly. "They're sending smaller ships to the edge of their fleet. Attack formations." Walker nodded. "Classic Empire tactics. Show the peaceful face while preparing for war." "How many ships?" 50 destroyers, moving into attack positions. They think we can't see them behind Saturn's rings." Emma checked her readings. "They're probably planning to demonstrate their power soon. A show of force to convince us to surrender." "Let them come," Walker said quietly. Every move they make tells us more about their capabilities. And so far, I'm not impressed." He looked at the giant screen showing Ambassador Rex, still talking about peace and prosperity. Behind that message, Walker knew the Empire was preparing for what they thought would be an easy conquest. "Send word to all commands," he ordered. "Stay hidden. Stay ready. Let them think their plan is working. The Empire's about to learn that looks can be deceiving." The room hummed with quiet activity as Earth's defenders continued their watch, waiting for the Empire to make its next move. Above them, billions of humans went about their daily lives, unaware that their planet was about to prove itself far more powerful than anyone in the galaxy had imagined. The Empire had given Earth 48 hours to respond to their peaceful offer. As the deadline approached, Admiral Walker stood in the Defense Command Center, watching the Imperial fleet's movements on the main screen. "Their destroyers are in position," Tom reported. "All 50 of them spread out in attack formation. The rest of their fleet is moving closer too." Walker checked the time. "Is everything ready, Director Stone?" Emma nodded, her fingers moving across her control panel. "All systems are go. The Sol shield is charged and ready. Orbital platforms are in position. Just waiting for your command." The room fell silent as Ambassador Rex's image appeared on the main screen again. His metallic eyes seemed to glow with anticipation. "People of Earth," the ambassador began, "your time to decide has come. We await your response to our generous offer of protection and advancement." Walker straightened his uniform and stepped forward. This wasn't part of the Empire's plan. They had expected to hear from Earth's political leaders, not a military commander. "Ambassador," Walker said clearly, "I am Admiral James Walker of the Earth Defense Force. I will be delivering Earth's response." The ambassador's face showed surprise for just a moment. "Admiral, I was expecting to speak with your world leaders." "They've given me full authority in this matter," Walker replied calmly. "We've received your offer. We've also detected your fleet hiding behind Jupiter and Saturn. 327 ships, to be exact." Now the surprise on Rex's face was obvious. I don't know what you mean. We have only a few ships here for ceremonial." "Let's stop pretending," Walker interrupted. "We can see all of your ships. We can see the attack formations. We can even see the energy readings from your weapons as they power up." In the command center, Tom's console beeped. "Sir, they're trying to scan us again. Much stronger this time." "Now," Walker said to Emma. She pressed a series of commands into her console. Across Earth's orbit, thousands of hidden satellites suddenly revealed themselves. The quantum camouflage dropped, showing pristine orbital defense platforms, each bristling with weapons more advanced than anything the Empire had. What is this?" Ambassador Rex stammered. "This is just the beginning," Walker said. "Emma, show them the Sol shield." Director Stone activated another sequence. Around Earth, a slight shimmer appeared in the air. Within seconds, a transparent golden barrier formed, encasing the entire planet in an energy shield more powerful than anything the Empire had ever encountered. "Impossible," Rex whispered. "Your civilization is only Class 3. You shouldn't have this technology. You should have scanned deeper," Walker replied. "Tom, show them our lunar base." On the dark side of the moon, a massive military installation appeared as its camouflage dropped. Huge cannon barrels emerged from the lunar surface, all aimed at the Imperial fleet. "One more thing," Walker added. "Emma, let them see Mars." The red planet's surface shimmed as another quantum field dropped. There, clear as day, stood 3 huge cities under protective domes, surrounded by defense installations that made the Empire's weapons look like toys. "This is what you failed to see, Ambassador," Walker said. "Earth is not what you thought. We've been watching your empire expand for decades. We knew you would come eventually. So we prepared." The Admiral's voice grew harder. "Those 50 destroyers you have in attack position, we could destroy them before their crews could even react. Your main fleet, We have weapons locked on every single ship. Ambassador Rex's face had lost its confident look. Now he looked worried, almost afraid. Here is Earth's response to your offer, Walker declared. Leave our solar system. Now. Consider this your only warning. If any Imperial ship crosses the orbit of Pluto without our permission again, we will consider it an act of war. He leaned forward slightly. And trust me, Ambassador, that's a war you don't want to start. The command center stayed silent as they watched the ambassador's face. Behind him, they could see other Imperial officers rushing around, probably trying to confirm Earth's suddenly revealed capabilities. This will be reported to the Imperial Council, Rex managed to say. Good, Walker replied. Make sure you tell them exactly what you saw here today. You have 6 hours to retreat beyond Pluto's orbit. Walker out. The transmission cut off. In the command center, everyone held their breath, watching the screens showing the Imperial fleet. Sir, Tom called out, their ships are powering up their engines. Walker nodded. Now we see if they're smart enough to take the warning seriously. Aboard the Imperial flagship Eternal Dawn, Ambassador Rex rushed into the War Council chamber. The Empire's highest-ranking commanders had gathered to discuss Earth's unexpected show of force. Fleet Commander Marcus, a tall figure with ceremonial scars across his face, stood at the head of the table. Report, Ambassador. What exactly did we miss about this planet? Rex activated a hologram showing Earth's defense systems. Our initial scans were wrong. Completely wrong. They have technology that matches or exceeds our own. Impossible, growled General Dax, slamming his fist on the table. They were using primitive rockets just 50 years ago. We've been watching them. No, Rex said quietly. They were letting us watch them. Everything we know about Earth was what they wanted us to see. The room fell silent as new data streamed in from their sensors. The quantum shield around Earth glowed softly in their scans, its power readings off the charts. Their best scientists were still trying to understand how it worked. Look at this, Rex continued, showing images of Earth's orbital platforms. These weapons platforms were here all along. They used some kind of cloaking technology we've never seen before. Commander Marcus studied the images carefully. How did they hide an entire military base on their moon? Our scans showed nothing there last week. Sir, a junior officer burst into the room. We've detected something else. There are human ships out here, watching us. What? Where? Everywhere, sir. They're using stealth technology. We can barely detect them, but they're surrounding our entire fleet. They've been here the whole time. The War Council erupted in angry whispers. The Empire wasn't used to being outmaneuvered like this. General Dax pulled up more scan data. They're Mars colonies. How long have those been there? The surface was empty yesterday. That's what they wanted us to think, Rex said. Commander, I've reviewed our historical data. Every UFO sighting we dismissed, every strange reading we ignored. It was all part of their cover. Commander Marcus paced the room slowly. They knew we were coming. They've probably known for years, while we thought we were studying them. They were studying us, Rex finished. Learning our tactics, our technology, our weaknesses. Another officer rushed in with a report. Sir, we've analyzed their warning message. The human admiral wasn't bluffing. Their weapons are locked onto every ship in our fleet. If they fire, we'd have no time to raise shields. Commander Marcus stopped pacing. Options. We can't match their shield technology, General Dax admitted reluctantly. Those orbital platforms have weapons we've never seen before, and we still don't know how many ships they really have out there watching us. What about their warning? Someone asked. 6 hours to retreat past Pluto's orbit. Rex checked the time. 5 hours and 12 minutes left. Sir. Commander Marcus walked to the main viewport, staring at the distant blue planet that had just turned their carefully planned conquest into a diplomatic disaster. 4 centuries of imperial expansion, he said quietly. We've conquered or absorbed over 300 civilizations, and now we're being told to run away by a planet that wasn't supposed to have anything stronger than chemical rockets. Sir, Rex stepped forward. The Imperial Council needs to know about this. Earth isn't just some primitive world anymore. They're a major power that managed to hide their true strength from us completely. And if they could hide all this, General Dax added, what else are they hiding? Commander Marcus turned back to face his officers. His expression was grim. Send word to the Council. Earth is not to be underestimated. They've outplayed us at every step. We need to completely reassess our expansion plans. And our fleet, sir? Rex asked. Marcus looked at the countdown timer showing the remaining time to leave Earth's solar system. We withdraw. Exactly as they demanded. I won't risk 300 ships against an enemy who has already proven they're several steps ahead of us. As the orders went out, the Empire's mighty fleet began to turn away from Earth. For the first time in centuries, the Empire had found a civilization it couldn't simply overwhelm with force. On their sensors, Earth's defense platforms tracked their every move, while hidden human ships continued their silent watch. The message was clear. Humanity had been preparing for this moment for a very long time. With just 2 hours remaining before the deadline, Admiral Walker watched as unusual movement appeared on the main screen of Earth's Defense Command Center. Sir, Tom called out urgently, one of their destroyers is breaking formation. It's not following the retreat pattern. Director Emma Stone checked her readings. Energy spike detected. They're powering up weapons. Walker stood calmly, hands clasped behind his back. He had expected this. The Empire rarely retreated without testing their opponent's strength first. Single destroyer, he noted. They're sending it to test our defenses, probably hoping we're bluffing. He turned to Emma. Are we still tracking their main fleet? Yes, sir. The rest of their ships are holding position just beyond Saturn's rings. They're watching. The Imperial destroyer accelerated toward Earth, its engines glowing bright against the darkness of space. It was a sleek, arrow-shaped vessel, nearly half a kilometer long. They're charging their main gun, Tom reported. Looks like they're aiming at one of our orbital platforms. Walker nodded. Let them fire first. Emma, prepare the Sol shield for a localized response. No need to power up the whole system for one ship. The destroyer's front section began to glow as it gathered energy. Suddenly, a brilliant beam of purple light shot out, aimed directly at Earth's nearest defense platform. The beam never reached its target. A small section of the Sol shield flickered into existence, catching the blast. The shield absorbed the energy completely, not even showing a ripple from the impact. In the command center, Emma studied her readings. Their weapon is impressive, about twice as powerful as we estimated. Still not enough to scratch our shields, though. The destroyer fired again, this time with all its weapons. Beams of energy struck the shield from multiple angles. Again, Earth's defenses held easily. Sir, Tom said, they're scanning the shield, trying to analyze it. Should we stop them? Walker smiled slightly. Let them look. They won't understand the technology, anyway. Emma, show them what a real defense system looks like. Director Stone typed a series of commands. The orbital platform that the destroyer had targeted suddenly came to life. A soft blue glow surrounded it as its own shield activated. Their ship is powering up for another attack, Tom reported. Wait, they're preparing to launch missiles. Enough playing around, Walker decided. Tom, activate Defense Pattern 3. Minimal force. The orbital platform responded instantly. A pulse of white energy shot out, precisely hitting the destroyer's weapon ports. The energy wasn't destructive. Instead, it simply shut down the Imperial ship's weapon systems. Direct hit, Emma confirmed. Their weapons are offline. No permanent damage, just like you ordered, sir. The destroyer floated motionless for a moment, clearly surprised by the precision and effectiveness of Earth's response. Then its engines flared as it tried to turn around. "They're attempting to retreat," Tom said. "Should we let them go?" Walker nodded. "That's what we wanted. But first, Emma, give them a little something to think about. Show them targeting pattern alpha." Director Stone smiled as she entered the commands. Suddenly, every orbital platform within range lit up, their targeting systems locking onto the destroyer. Red dots appeared all over the Imperial ship's hull, showing exactly where Earth's weapons could hit if they wanted to. The destroyer's engines flared brighter as it accelerated away from Earth, retreating at full speed back to the main fleet. "Message received, I think," Emma said, checking her screens. "The main Imperial fleet is already beginning to move. They're all heading out toward Pluto now." Walker watched the main screen as the Empire's mighty fleet began its retreat. The destroyer's test had proven what humanity had wanted to show. Earth's defenses weren't just real. They were far beyond what the Empire had expected. "Send a message to all commands," Walker ordered. "Maintain full alert status until every Imperial ship is beyond Pluto's orbit. Keep our stealth ships shadowing them until they leave the solar system completely." As the command center staff carried out his orders, Walker allowed himself a small moment of satisfaction. Centuries of preparation, of hiding their true capabilities, had paid off. Earth had faced its first major test against a galactic power, and had passed without firing a single destructive shot. As the Imperial fleet retreated beyond Pluto's orbit, Admiral Walker stood before the United Nations Security Council. The time had come to reveal the truth to the world. The chamber was packed with representatives from every nation. Screens showed billions watching worldwide as Walker approached the podium. "For over 200 years, he began, humanity has kept a secret. Today, that secret can finally be told." He pressed a button, and a hologram appeared above the chamber. It showed a crashed alien ship from 1947. "Roswell wasn't a weather balloon," Walker said. "It was our first contact with alien technology. But it wasn't an accident. That ship was a gift." Murmurs filled the room as Walker continued. "The ship came from a group of alien civilizations called the Free Worlds Alliance. They warned us about the Empire's expansion. They showed us what would happen if we weren't ready." The hologram changed, showing images of other worlds that had fallen to the Empire. These civilizations were like us once. The Empire offered them friendship, then took everything from them. Director Emma Stone stepped forward next. She activated another hologram, this one showing hidden facilities around Earth. "Every major UFO incident in the past century was carefully planned," she explained. "We needed to prepare humanity for the idea of aliens while hiding our true progress. Area 51, the Phoenix Lights, the Belgian Wave, all were tests of our developing technology." The hologram showed massive underground facilities where scientists had reverse-engineered and improved upon alien technology. Secret space stations housed in asteroid belts, hidden colonies on Mars and beyond Neptune. "Those UFO conspiracy theorists," Emma smiled. "Some were actually our agents, spreading just enough truth to hide our real work. Every blurry photo, every confused report helped us hide in plain sight." Walker took over again. 50 years ago, we detected the Empire's long-range scouts. We knew they would come eventually, so we showed them what they expected to see, a primitive world just beginning to reach space. He showed images of the moon landing. Yes, we really went to the moon in 1969. But while the world watched those first steps, we were already building the lunar defense base on the far side. The next images showed the International Space Station. The ISS is real, but it's also a cover. Those supply missions, they're carrying materials for our orbital defense platforms. The space junk we track, many are actually our stealth satellites. Emma displayed more holograms, showing Earth's true space fleet hidden in the Kuiper Belt. We have ships that can reach Alpha Centauri in days, cities on Mars that house millions, mining operations in the asteroid belt that fuel our expansion. But most importantly, Walker added, we have allies. The hologram showed ships from the Free Worlds Alliance, hidden among the outer planets. Earth isn't alone. We're part of a group of civilizations working to stop the Empire's expansion. Questions erupted from the chamber. Representatives wanted to know more about everything. The technology, the allies, the decades of secrecy. Why reveal this now? Someone asked. Walker's expression grew serious. Because the Empire knows we're strong now. The secrecy served its purpose. It let us prepare without being seen as a threat. But today, Earth proved it's ready to take its place as a major power in the galaxy. Emma showed final images of Earth's defense network. Our shields can stop any known weapon. Our stealth technology is generations ahead of the Empire's sensors. Our quantum computers make their best AI look primitive. We hid all this, Walker concluded, because we knew this day would come. The Empire didn't see a civilization that had been preparing for centuries. They saw what we wanted them to see, until it was too late. The chamber burst into discussion as the truth sank in. Humanity had not just survived its first encounter with the Empire, it had emerged as a powerhouse that had been hiding in plain sight all along. Outside the UN building, people looked up at the sky with new understanding. Those strange lights they'd seen over the years, those mysterious objects caught on blurry videos, all had been part of humanity's greatest deception. 1 month after the Empire's retreat, Earth's true power became known throughout the galaxy. Admiral Walker stood on the observation deck of humanity's first public space station, watching as ships from various alien civilizations arrived for the inaugural Galactic Council meeting. Quite a change from hiding everything, isn't it? Director Emma Stone said, joining him at the window. Below them, Earth glowed blue and peaceful, its quantum shield now visible as a slight shimmer in the atmosphere. The Empire's latest report just came in, Tom called from his station. They've officially recognized Earth as a Category 1 civilization and a major galactic power. Their fleet has withdrawn from 3 other systems they were planning to conquer. Walker nodded, watching as ships from the Free Worlds Alliance docked alongside vessels from independent worlds. Many had come to see the civilization that had fooled the Empire for so long. Ambassador Rex is here, Emma reported, checking her tablet. He looks nervous. He should be. Walker smiled. His report to the Imperial Council changed everything. The Empire lost a lot of respect when people learned how completely we outmaneuvered them. The observation deck's doors opened, and Ambassador Rex entered with 2 guards. He looked different now, less confident, more cautious. Admiral Walker. Rex bowed slightly. The Empire wishes to establish proper diplomatic relations with Earth. We hope to move past our initial misunderstanding. Walker turned to face him. Misunderstanding? You mean your attempt to conquer us? Rex shifted uncomfortably. We've learned that appearances can be deceiving. Earth has proven itself to be far more than we imagined. Show him, Emma said quietly. Walker nodded and activated the room's holographic display. It showed Earth's full defense network, not just what they had revealed during the confrontation, but everything. Rex's eyes widened as he saw the true extent of humanity's power. Hundreds of ships hidden in the Kuiper Belt, massive defense installations throughout the solar system, mining operations processing more resources in a day than the Empire harvested in a month. This is what you could have found, Walker explained, if you had come in peace instead of planning to conquer us. Earth believes in defense, Ambassador. Everything you see here was built to protect, not to attack. Your technology, Rex said quietly, it's beyond anything we have. Because we had good teachers, Emma added, gesturing to representatives from the Free Worlds Alliance who were entering the room. Unlike the Empire, they shared their knowledge freely, asking only that we use it wisely. The Alliance members, beings from various worlds that had resisted the Empire, joined them at the window. Their leader, a tall figure named Mentor, spoke first. Earth proved what we always believed, they said. That preparation and wisdom are stronger than conquest. The Empire's expansion relied on surprising unprepared worlds. But Earth was ready. Tom's console beeped. "Sir, we're receiving requests from 12 other civilizations. They want to learn from us about our shield technology, our stealth systems, everything." Walker turned to Rex. "This is the new balance of power, Ambassador. Earth doesn't want war with the Empire. We never did. That's why we let you think we were weak, to avoid a conflict neither of us needed." "What do you want?" Rex asked. "Peace," Walker replied simply. "Real peace, not submission disguised as protection. Earth is willing to trade, to share technology, to participate in galactic politics. But we will never be conquered." As if to emphasize his point, a group of Earth's stealth ships suddenly decloaked near the station, their advanced design showing just how far humanity had come. Rex watched them with a mixture of fear and respect. "Your message has been received," he said formally. "The Empire recognizes Earth's sovereignty and power. We look forward to a new era of equal relations." Walker extended his hand, a human gesture of agreement. After a moment's hesitation, Rex shook it. As the various representatives began their historic meeting, Earth's defense grid maintained its silent watch. The Sol shield glimmered around humanity's homeworld, no longer hidden but standing as a symbol of preparation and strength. Humanity had emerged from centuries of secrecy to take its place among the stars. Not as conquerors, not as subjects, but as equals who had earned their place through wisdom, preparation, and the patience to wait for the right moment.